Starting. Hangout is live on the air. Thanks a lot for that notification, Google. I appreciate it. And I'm Eric Harrison from, well, we are on the Death Twitch, so you know I'm from the Death Twitch. Hello, everybody watching. I'm joined, of course, by a special guest today, Jay Bond from Bloodbath and Beyond.
What up, what up, what up? Chaingang represent.
Chaingang is back in town, back in black, and all the other backs that we can think of.
You're rusty, Eric. You're rusty.
Oh, I need to lube up. I need to lube the old creative juices.
Oh, you got that sweet PBR? That's a nice looking can, dude.
What? Yeah. You know what? Shout out to PBR.
It's like your ribbons are much smaller in America. In Canada, there's like massive.
Oh, wait, we got this side.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Okay. I was like, what the hell is this stupid little badge? It's like an OG one. Damn.
Unknowing sponsors of my channel. I drink quite a bit of this. It's actually not bad. I think you said one time it's your favorite beer, did you?
I drink it like a lot. I think it's my favorite cheap beer. Like a lot of the time, like I'll have like some of these. So this is a Bone Shaker, which is like just like a really strong IPA. And then you have a couple of the good stuff, and then you get into the PBRs, and then I'll crush a 12-pack.
See, he knows. This guy knows.
It's always good because like I just load up, and I even sometimes have like the old Milwaukee's, like the nice garbage beers, because after the first few, they all taste the goddamn same. So don't blow your load on all of them. Don't drink 100% $3 cans. Fuck that noise.
Right? No, like you're speaking my language. I feel you.
Dough and get drunk.
No, my problem is, though, that I'm just stuck with poor beer most of the time. So there's no hierarchy. But I understand.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So for me, it's just, I'm going to drink this 12-pack of Pabst today, and that's what I'm doing. Anyway, we got 7 viewers. There's probably more or less. I don't know. I never believed those numbers. But thanks for joining us, because I know a lot of peeps are in school or at work right now. The way that Jay and I operate is, there's no
we don't
organization at all. It's just like a spark that happens, and then next thing I know, we're trying to stumble through a hangout. But we're gonna watch Child's Play 2 today, and you're welcome to join us if you have a copy. I encourage you to throw it on. We'll give you about 8 or 9 minutes while we bullshit to get that going. And we're going to start after all of the Universal logos. So get those out of the way. Okay?
Well, I didn't even do that. What?
Yeah, well, get on the ball, Jay.
Give me a timestamp. I guess we have 8 minutes to tell me the timestamp. It's fine.
Yeah. Doing the old 38 seconds. I don't know what that means.
Okay. I can only hit 39. Well, it'll do.
But we will be watching the movie and making fun of it. So if we're not talking to you or answering all of your dick questions, or which is the best Friday the 13th, just don't get too butthurt.
It's just going to be, what do you think of the new Chucky? Let's address some of these questions right now.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think of the new Chucky? Do you think he looks just like Annabelle or no?
Oh, I didn't even make that connection.
And it's like the poster's the same, hiding half a face, being a sneaky.
I think it's okay, but I also think that they're gonna alter so many things about the character. It won't even be a Child's Play movie anymore.
Yeah, that's what I think too. And I'm okay. I think the Chucky actually looks fine. A lot of people, there's like a lot of uproar on Twitter and shit. And
that's the first thing that happens with every bit of news that ever gets released onto the internet. It's a knee-jerk negative reaction is always the first thing.
I know. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know. He looks fine. He looks like a fucking doll with red hair and some freckles.
Yeah, I think it looks okay, but
I wonder
if they're trying to get around some copyright issues by changing the look.
I think maybe they're trying to like make it like totally different so that people don't make the same association, even though like why adopt the name and the concept if you don't want to be known as a Child's Play movie, potentially. I don't know. I really don't understand.
Well, see, the reason why I bring up the copyright thing is sort of reminds me of Sean Cunningham recently tried to pitch a Friday the 13th TV series with a copycat Jason who was reenacting like kills or whatever from the movie. So he still had like, I guess at that point before the whole lawsuit thing, he still had maybe the name Friday the 13th probably. So he was trying to market
like,
that.
How can I work this in my last string?
It's not really Jason. It's a copycat, so I can get around it and kind of bullshit. Anyway,
I'd watch that.
I would have watched it too, but I just think it's the mentality is funny and that's why I feel like now like they have the Child's Play name, so they want to use that, but they can't use the likeness of Chucky or the voice of Brad or something like that probably. So they're like,
it's like
we'll
some
change the
hang-ups.
doll. It's not even a doll anymore. It's a little robot or something.
That's like what I heard about the Cujo. Did you hear about that?
Hell no.
There's supposed to be like a Cujo that's just like a cyborg dog. And it stands for something too.
Forget what it is. Or a show or what? I didn't hear about this.
Okay. It's going to be a remake. Let me find this thing. Oh, the title is so ridiculous. It's like Canine Unit. Oh, where the fuck is it?
I can only imagine.
Canine Unit Joint Operations.
Yes, I knew it was going to be Operations was the last one. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Is that going to be the reveal in the new Halloween? It was an android Michael Myers the whole time.
Like everybody's just making robot things.
Yeah, that'll be the next trend.
The opposite is true for, I think, Chopping Mall. I think they're supposed to not be killbots in the next one.
They're what?
They're remaking Chopping Mall, but without the killbots.
What is up with that?
I don't know. People are fucking weird.
That is weird. Well, they might as well just combine Chopping Mall and the new Child's Play and have it be a bunch of little robot Chuckies running around the mall.
That would be awesome. I want to see them like in a play pit or like a play, like some kind of playpen going to the daycare. But that's where he starts off, the mall daycare.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Oh, I think we need to try and get this happening. Do we have any pull yet?
What?
Do we have any pull with any like huge directors?
We should. Nope. I still want us to do some of our Friday the 13th movie ideas where it's just digging the whole time.
Oh yeah. I don't want to go back to those days. I said some weird stuff about killing dogs a lot.
Yeah, you did. You did. Totally. Strapping them to the tree. Okay. I won't make you revisit. And we'll see what kind of new weird shit that you say this time.
Yay.
All right. I say we're about to bounce into this.
All right.
That was a fucking weird way of saying that.
Let's just bounce right in.
Final warning, because we're about to start the movie. If you want to watch Child's Play 2 with us, get your copy and line it up right after the Universal logos. And we're about to go. I'll let you do the countdown, mister.
So hold on. That's at 38 seconds or so.
Yep. Totally.
Okay. Well, what do we count down from what? 3?
From let's count down from 38.
38. 37. Like everybody just scrub one frame at a time till we get past these fucking logos. Okay. 5.
Yeah. Sure.
3, 2, 1. Play.
Wait a minute. Something happened.
Uh-oh.
Don't stop. I will catch up to you. Maybe.
Damn it, Eric.
Okay, everybody stop. We're going to start over.
Okay, hold on. What?
We're going to start over. Hold on.
Okay.
My shit, like, it went to sleep or something.
How?
Just don't question it. Are you still playing,
False
or should
alarm.
I?
No, I paused it. We're good.
Did you pause at a certain spot?
I paused. I brought it back to 38 seconds.
Perfect. All right, everybody ready for this?
Okay, now how
was
about
this
you
the
do it?
rehearsal? And I think it went all right. Went all right. Okay, sir, if you would.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we're good now. We're good to go. Man, they had like 3 Universal intros, and then it just still says
And it's still Universal Presents, just in case you missed the couple at the beginning there.
I'm pretty sure Universal made this movie. So when was the last time you watched this?
I think last Halloween. I think we did like the whole series, and I don't know. They all blend together to me. That's not true. I just mix up 3 and 2 all the time, just by number alone.
They're very different movies. I'm surprised that you can.
No, but I know it's just like number. Like
you just can't remember which one was the good one,
which one
was the military one.
Ew.
So, with these movies, especially when you make a sequel, you got to have a reason why the killer's back. And their reason was they rebuilt the doll.
Yeah, you would think they would say, maybe we shouldn't.
Has that ever been done in the history of anything?
Well, maybe pop bottles and cans. There is recycling.
But you wouldn't like refurbish the right.
You
would
wouldn't
just
refurbish a doll.
That's weird to me. But
Yeah,
you have to
especially
accept
this
it, right?
Who's that guy? Who's the dentist at the fucking plant? Who's like, I got this, guys. I'm gonna buff the hell out of this skull. Perfect. Nailed it.
Well, yeah, you just have to suspend your disbelief and go, okay, they remade the doll, because that was the best way to figure out if it was possessed or not.
You know what they should have done? Just use the original molds that you had before this one went on a killing spree. Why did you take this specific one and refurbish it? Just make another one in the plant that pumps them out like crazy. I don't get it.
Yeah, what like, if like real quick off the cuff, if somebody was like, all right, we need you to write us a Child's Play 2, how do you get and bring the doll back?
Just make another one.
Just make another one.
And just have like a wandering soul look for a fucking doll.
That would have been just as fine.
Right? I think it's way more unrealistic this way. I think it's more realistic if the soul just like, oh, it's still lurking around somewhere. It'll go. It'll find another doll. Maybe even a different doll. But that would actually trigger a lot of people.
Damn, they got like big old trucks. They're selling so many dolls. They got truckloads.
Right. So why do they need to salvage that one single doll?
Yeah, that doesn't.
It doesn't add up. Like, it's pretty evident they have all these different models. You got basketball Chucky. You got old lady Chucky on the right back there. Did you see that?
Yeah, that
did like curly hair and shit. Got my hair did. Got a perm. That's what they should bring back for the remake. The firefighter Chucky.
But he's always dressed the same.
Right.
Not wearing like a
firefighter. He just changes his hat. He doesn't like add a hat, change your hair. If he was Dr. Chucky, he'd just have a stethoscope hanging from his neck.
Dr. Chucky. Oh, why isn't that a movie?
That should be a thing. I would watch the hell out of that.
But we need Chucky in the Mall and Dr. Chucky.
Yes. Or even when he's in the mall, like just let him go to like the different stores and he can act the roles, you know? That would be great. Like, oh, here's perfume selling Chucky. He sprays it in people's faces.
He's like wearing lingerie and Victoria's Secret.
No, he has to maintain the same outfit. Just
the same.
add
Okay, so but just like
something to the top. Yeah, maybe a bra
over his overalls. Oh, they're only just now putting the eyes in.
So how are they possibly complaining a minute ago? They're like, there's complaints that the voice box is tampered with. It's like the bad guy is actually still right there. So that isn't true, sir. Whoever's feeding you that information.
Why is he wearing pink lipstick?
Jesus.
I like how they had to get into a kill immediately.
Damn.
I like the way that stunt was done.
What, jumping? Like, I don't even know how he did a backflip and
he
landed.
Did a backflip through the glass.
But then landed like he did a front flip.
Oh. We're only 6.5 minutes in and they already killed like 2 people.
Excellent.
I actually can't hear the movie. I should turn it up a little bit so I can hear Alex Vincent's terrible acting. Oh my God.
He doesn't get better.
No, not really. He does okay in some scenes, but a lot of times it's real wooden. And people hate us for saying that, you know. Don't you know?
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
I've seen the hate comments in my inbox. I don't know about you. Maybe you got a pass, but I didn't.
I definitely ripped him. I'm like, kids suck at acting in general across the board. And so there's no way I'm believing this kid because he sucks. But you know,
yeah, that's something I did point out in my review of Cult of Chucky is that he was still not good.
I remember he came to a local convention and every time you walk by him, he's just like, his eyes are bloodshot, smelling like weed. Like he's just a pothead, dude. Cracked me up.
That's funny. Because he smokes that joint at the beginning of Cult of Chucky. Maybe that was really him just doing that, and they had to write it into the movie.
Like, I'm just addicted. Okay, fine. I guess you smoke weed now, kid.
I guess little Andy's a pothead now.
I would be too if I was fucking like chased my entire childhood by some doll. I'd be resorting to drugs all the time.
I think that's Bud the Chud. And I want to sing a song now, Bud the Chud.
Nailed it.
All right, I'm going to look at the comments and hey guys, how's it look and sound? Is it passable? That's really what I want to know.
I feel like that guy should have been replaced with Ted Raimi. Like the foster father here. This guy?
Mm-hmm.
Ted Raimi. I could see it. It would have been way funny.
It looks good, they say. Okay, cool. No, I watched a movie the other day. What the fuck was it called? God damn it. Something Blood. Anyway, it was Ted Raimi made his very first appearance in that movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was at a drive-in in the bathroom of the drive-in selling
condoms,
selling drugs or something.
He was selling condoms.
Yes, condoms.
Oh, I watched it recently too.
Really?
Yeah.
We can't remember the name.
That's funny. My God. I have a review of it. I don't even remember what it is.
That's a good indicator. Yeah, he was selling condoms in the bathroom. Isn't that fucking funny?
Was it Evils of Night?
Nope. I've seen that though. No, it was Blood something. Fucking. All right,
Blood Hook?
I'll look it up. No. Looks good. Everything looks and sounds great. Okay, great. And now we're gonna ignore you guys for the rest of the Drunkentary.
We got what we needed from you
I know.
guys.
I used you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, this kid's traumatized for sure.
I would be fucking traumatized.
Look at this.
I would have already been smoking weed.
Is this Pasadena? This looks just like
Doesn't
Halloween
it?
Street, you know?
I'm sure it was in the same block, probably.
Welcome to our very colorful home.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've noticed about this movie is they film a lot of the scenes from either real low like this or at Andy's eye level.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, it's understandable. But even scenes where he's not in it, they still film a lot of it at like a kid's eye level.
Or a doll's eye level.
A doll. True.
But doesn't that throw you off because now you think it's like a POV? Although they're just trying to frame him correctly, but it's really awkward because now he looks like a giant. If you actually look, it looks like a forced perspective.
Does a little bit. Yeah, there was some forced perspective going on there.
Now these guys are just massive.
Oh my god. Yeah, the idea of like filming from on the floor is always strange to me.
Why do you like that? It looks like trash. It looks like something that you would see at like every yard sale that you just walk by like, who would buy this junk? That chick. And she also paints her entire house pink and teal.
Look at his shirt. He has no taste. So
you're right. But look at those sweet cords, and she's got a brooch that everybody's envious of.
Oh yeah, I don't like the design of this house.
Like this entire house.
Everything is gross.
That guy was just like, "Fine, do whatever you want to do, honey. I'm not." How big is that door? No, everything looks crazy huge.
Yeah, it does. See how we're right at his eye level? I know. Okay, I'm gonna find out what that movie was. Son of a damn it! In 38 minutes,
Slaughter
I will figure it out. Nope. Blood Rage.
Blood Rage. Ah, the Thanksgiving killer.
And there's probably alternative titles too.
Yep.
She looks like, holy cow, she looked like she was straight out of Run DMC.
Right? You should join the Chaingang.
I know, we should look that good. Where's my leather beret?
You're right. And she's got a thick ass chain too. Look at that chain. She's fit for the chain gang right now, dude.
I know.
And she got the rolled up pants.
Shit. In case there's a flood.
Why does she have that weird little stool in the corner next to the hamper? Like it was a stool only a Chucky could sit on.
Oh. Only a Chucky.
Excuse me, you're assuming, you're making a lot of assumptions. Just because I'm a boy doesn't mean I like blue everything. Although, no, he just did the Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow. Oh, you know what?
Literal
the idea
junk,
like,
he can't close that toy chest. There's not a chance.
Being adopted and having to live with strangers, like that's just awkward, right? I mean, you're already in a bad spot because you're in the foster place, but then like, oh, now I got to go be alone with these people I don't know.
And now you're in an even worse spot, considering the thing that traumatized you the most is right there. And do these guys not know like this kid's history or not? Like they just ignored most of the facts that he's been talking about.
Or he was on the news in some capacity. Must have been on the news.
Yeah, if I was like adopting a kid and I knew he was like traumatized or something, I would definitely look into what his triggers were and make sure they weren't in the goddamn house. I wouldn't have any dolls, regardless. Here, have your skateboard. Go grind, kid. Go grind. Take that, you son of a bitch.
There's always multiple Chucky dolls so that you can have red herrings and stuff.
That's true. They don't even have to like build up character development for the red herrings in these films. I just realized it's just like, just make another doll.
Throw a doll in the corner and like, there you go. Is that
There's
him?
Chucky.
Could be.
Maybe. He can do whatever he wants.
Look at this low ass angle. Every angle is like shot from the lowest part of.
You want to get the best angles of every car phone. Remember when you had like separate lines for car phones? Well, I don't. I just know that they exist. My dad had one. He was like a businessman in like a Cadillac, and I'm pretty sure he never used that phone. He just wanted it for like a status thing. I used it. I ordered a pizza once and he got pissed.
What the hell? Why have a car phone if you're not going to be ordering pizzas?
Right? that's all they would use it for.
And how did that work? Sir, did you have it delivered to the car?
XL. What?
Did you have it delivered to the car?
Yeah, just chase us. Like, just toss me a pie to the passenger side.
It's funny now. Like now, even like house phones and landlines don't really exist anymore.
Oh no, that's what's weird. I'm in an apartment, and they're like, "Well, what's your phone number?" I'm like, "Well, no one's gonna buzz. I can't buzz anyone in. I'm not getting a landline. I'm not gonna pay $30 so people can just come to my front door. No. If anyone wants to come visit me, they have to just straight up call me. I'll come down and open the visitor's door. That's it."
Yeah, it's like they shot this movie with a fisheye lens or something.
Yeah, everything is. Yeah, I noticed that. There's also soft focus on like most of the outside edges, at least on the low angles. That's a gold card. Shut up, Inspector Gadget.
I wonder if I've ever seen this guy in another movie because he just looks like he stands out.
It's because he has. No, that was a fisheye for sure. Yeah, maybe it's just like the way that they're shooting him. Yeah, I'm gonna say Revenge of the Nerds or something. Porky's.
Porky's.
Is he actually in Porky's?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in fucking forever.
I know, same.
I've never got like the inclination. Like I really need to watch Porky's tonight. I watched it when I was younger because there was titties. You know what I mean?
Same reason I watched the Police Academy movies.
I watched the first 10 minutes of the third Police Academy movie the other day, and then I was like, done. I'm done.
Yo, how do you take a doll with a gun to your face seriously? I would be like, get out of here, idiot. What are you doing?
I knew we shouldn't have rebuilt you fucker.
We literally just shipped out truckloads. We didn't need to salvage this single doll. And the fact that they even have like a refurbishing plant in general means that people are just buying these things and throwing them away because they're garbage. Why are you even in business? And he's got the skipping rope. Love it.
I like how he took him to some isolated park. Kind of creepy. Like if somebody sticks a gun to my head and makes me drive out to some dark park, it's like, oh no, this is how it ends.
It's like, oh, this is actually like I'm actually gonna die right now.
Yeah.
I thought we were just gonna go to the bank and I'll get you a few $100, bro. Like, although I don't think Chucky would want that. Like, what would Chucky want if he was gonna rob you? Give me a new fucking suit, dude.
These days he could shop online.
Bring me to your computer. Give me yourself.
Barbies to fuck.
You're right.
Or something.
Oh yeah. They're a little small, but he'll feel good about himself.
he could probably order an escort and have her come to a room in Vegas or something, and it'll be dark, and like he'll just be in the corner going like, take off the clothes.
Oh yeah. And like the only time you'd get like a hint of him is when the lightning strikes, similar to this. Like you just see a flash of his like him in the corner jerking off.
Jerking what? Oh, he would have to have. Like,
you're right.
He
would have to like
to
modify himself
or something,
like an aftermarket Chucky.
Glued it on.
He needs to find some hobbyists that modify these dolls and then transfer his doll into one of those.
That's how this begins, is that he jumps up with a gun to the hobbyist's head and is like, all right, you're gonna make me a dick.
Yeah, you got any extra plastic?
Make it big. Want it big and veiny.
Or at least in the movies, shoot it with a wide angle lens from a low angle too.
Yeah. When we film this later on, make sure you use a fisheye lens. We're gonna use forced perspective to make my dick look big. It's gonna be tight.
It's exactly how porn shot. That why do you think every girl has a huge ass in porn? It's like, no, that's just a regular ass, just shot weird.
They just get up on real close, like with it. Nah. I would not want to live in this
Does
house.
the opposite work? Like, could I just take my camera and pull it way back and then I'll look skinnier or what?
If you put it way back.
I'm just tiny.
It turns out I'm really small.
You've only seen me from my nipples up. You don't know. I got legs that start right down there.
You know, messing around with my video while editing, sometimes there was one time I literally thought, what if I just squeeze the video and make myself look skinnier?
No one would know. And it's all green screen. I'm not compressing the background. We're good. Look at this jealous son of a bitch.
That doesn't work as well as you hope. What I should have did was wore like a shirt with green down the sides or something, but not in the middle.
Just slim it down. key the sides of your body.
Chucky's burying this.
Look at that guy. That other doll. He had like this weird ass face looking up at him like cockeyed, just like, man, you betrayed me, dude.
He kind of reminded me of the retarded gremlin from Gremlins 2. I did say the R word.
I was gonna call it out. Are you saying the R word?
I said retard. I say it a lot. Sometimes I call things gay when they're gay and retarded.
Oh.
But not this movie's not.
I don't remember Gremlins 2 whatsoever. I probably haven't seen it since I was like a child.
There's 27 gremlins or something like that, and they're all different. They're all different. It's fucking wacky.
Makes for better action figures. That's why. Sorry. Who smokes and does the laundry? Come on, you're gonna stop that.
She's not. Well, she doesn't. I liked her better in the other outfit.
You'd prefer the leather beret?
I did. That whole all black with the gold chain was dope.
It was dope.
I mean, look at her
like
now.
Her and Violet should just dance together.
She doesn't even match anymore.
This guy, look at him.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, cigarettes are pretty gross.
Got a really great point. Oh, yeah. This guy's fucking roasting her all day. I get it. I was smoking at a very young age. Probably because of this movie, maybe. Like, that looks damn cool.
You saw like a commercial with the Marlboro Man? Like, oh, damn.
Man, if I just start smoking, I can start riding horses, throw on a cowboy hat, and yeehaw into the sunset.
Like the idea when you're like 7, if I just put a cigarette in my mouth, I'll like have stubble and I'll look rough and awesome.
I'm pretty sure I did. There was a time where I was just rolling up grass and smoking grass before I could get cigarettes.
Gosh.
But I started buying cigarettes when I was in grade 5, which was when I was 10 years old.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So I smoked for 20 years before I quit. Like in grade 5, I was smoking a lot.
Did you feel less cool when you quit?
No one even noticed. I guess it was just all perception. But up until that time, I felt super cool. Right now, I'm like, actually, yeah, I guess I do feel less cool now.
Now that you think about it, like, let me light up.
Damn.
Hold on. Let me up my cool level with a marble.
Just pull out some fucking Newports.
Or an actual, cools.
Yeah, whatever was in the back of Playboy magazines.
Totally.
Okay, just battery check. Okay, this one's a good one.
How did he put batteries in himself?
But if I'm being honest, if I was Chucky and I wanted to be stealth, I'd just put batteries in myself. Because then I could get away with that.
How do you put him in? I guess he could turn his head all the way around so he could see what he was doing.
Well, I mean, I can touch the middle of my back. It's not hard. Although I don't know how many points of articulation that doll has. Is that canon in any film? Like 4? He can move his wrist. He can move his arm. Does he?
It doesn't look like he has a lot of articulation when they're building them and stuff.
Yeah, maybe he can't touch his back. Interesting.
Plot hole.
Well, maybe that's why he can't change himself. That's why he wears the same goddamn overalls, because he can't take off the Velcro shirt on the back like a bra strap. Although he can fuck, so he's got some articulation somewhere.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Maybe I don't know. He did have a wiener, because I remember him jerking off in a window.
I must have blocked that out.
Yeah, man. I think it's in Bride of Chucky. Might have been Seed. But he was jerking off in a window. Andy, I'll kill you. Look at on the grave. He's like, come on, don't. He's acting as if his scene's gonna be baited out if they fucking dig up that doll. It's like, no one's gonna suspect you. You're a doll still.
I know. He's like,
his eyes got wide. Like right now, he's doing a big, whew. They didn't find another doll. Like, no, other dolls can't exist, idiot. You came from a factory where there's 10,000 of them.
I got to give Charles Lee Ray credit for just sitting there for the most part. Always when it's called for to just be still and silent, he can do it. Like, yeah. I wouldn't have been able to pull that off.
His patience, I know, especially when they're having so much fun. I just run up there. It's like, push me.
Not next. He's got a lot of toys, man.
Yeah, like I would not be playing with that one. I'd be playing with that little dinosaur down there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now he's got like a little grimacing face. White rotary.
He has to blink.
Ironically, it's black.
White viewer. Good point. Good point. Another plot hole.
How do you like this? This is one piece of fabric with nothing hemmed to it. It's like, what have you created? You've done 0 to this piece of fabric.
Good job, honey. Good job. Well, we've got some 80 socks
just a small pat on the head and a walk away. Great work on the interior design, too. Thanks for making my house look like a dollhouse.
Yeah. I would hate living there. And you get some horror posters on your wall, for Christ's sake. See, that's why you want to date a goth girl.
What? Because they have horror posters?
Yes. Because you know the design, the interior design is going to be dark.
Pretty badass,
awesome.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
He's like, okay, and one last thing. Okay, never mind. I gotta shut up now.
He just wants to get into a human body again. Poor guy.
Oh, like he just socked him though. You see that?
Yeah, that lens.
Right? It's wide on the sides.
It's weirding me out.
Oh, now this is awkward. How have you had it? This is the first issue. Like, usually someone's had it when multiple problems have happened. This guy, like, first problem, I've had it. I'm done with this. We're sending you back, kid.
He's got a lot of pent-up rage from living in that place with that lady. Doesn't take a lot to set him off.
Yeah, I bet.
That's cool. It's always cool when Chucky comes to life.
Except when he talks and he says, no. Oh, I thought it was like, don't forget your lunch. It's a bag of popped popcorn.
That's what it looks like. Right?
Enjoy.
This so looks like Pasadena.
Mm-hmm. Like right there, you can see like Michael just walk out from a hedge back there. It's actually all canon.
He just walks
in the Halloween universe. That would be amazing.
What is the key on her? What is that? An actual? I feel like that should in any other movie that would be a big plot point. That key.
Yeah, like a key or a locket or something that's like that noticeable.
Exactly, because it calls so much attention to it. Who wears a big ass key around their neck that doesn't actually go to something?
Well, you have a point, but I was also going to question, like, the next girl walked up and she looked like the ultimate warrior with all these tassels hanging on her arms. So who wears that? Go into the OK Corral.
The problem here is that it was 1990 and all those things were acceptable.
Right.
Acceptable fashion statements.
I miss it. Nothing's acceptable these days. We have to wear fucking jeans and a band tee. I legitimately just wear like horror tees and jeans nowadays. I feel like I need to deviate. We need to go back. We need to go back
to wearing like bright lime green parachute pants.
Oh yeah, I had like these big ass purple X-Code jeans. They were like knockoff Fat Farm stuff at the time.
I had the purples too.
Nice.
I did.
Represent.
I had like the MC Hammer pants, but they were purple.
Yes. Same. I can't believe this.
I can believe it.
Mine were jeans, and I like wore them like underneath my ass like a gangster for like a long period of my life.
I don't understand that. I didn't do that. I used to wear like the big purple jeans and then like a huge shirt. It would be like a Garfield shirt or something.
Oh, see, like up top, I'd have like some bulldog or something on my chest, or like a Toronto Raptors logo.
Yeah, I think I probably literally had a bulldog shirt at one point too.
Like some college basketball team for some reason in like the early 90s was blowing up. It was like the Georgia Bulldogs or something.
It's true.
Like everybody had that shirt. Same with this other one. There's like a Hornets. Like, oh, that might actually be like a legit team. Like an NBA, like Hornets stuff. Like I believe. Rock those jerseys all day.
Yeah, I was never into sports.
Not me
But
either.
because like there was periods of time where if you weren't wearing sports apparel, like you were gonna get made fun of. So like I remember having like a Bulls hat.
Like, I love ball sports. No, the key is just start fucking smoking, avoid all that bullshit, and be like, I don't like sports, and just sit at the fucking track and smoke.
I
Well,
think
not
I
the
started
track at
smoking at
school like that.
14. So I was a bit behind you. I was like a late bloomer.
Right. I was like heavy into my drug phase by 14.
Oh god damn it. I will point out this is like the third or fourth globe that I've seen in the movie. They just keep having globes in the background. There's two in his bedroom. Why do you need two globes?
See both sides of the world.
There's another one. Oh my god.
Both sides of the world. There's only two.
There's only two sides.
There's only one side. Flat earther here.
What's on the bottom of the flat earth? Like roots?
Yeah, I don't. I should look into this. I want to know more about why flat earthers think the way that they do.
A lot of it has to do with the Bible.
Ah.
Andy. I've never seen the Earth from space personally, but I do watch space weather.
What? That's your pastime? Other than horror movies, I'm a big fan of space weather.
I do like to keep up on space weather for some reason.
Okay.
And
what's
you
the
can't
temperature
have
near Neptune right now?
you can't. Well, yeah, I don't know why I do actually.
Okay.
Because a lot of the like solar winds and the plasma stuff that shoots off supposedly affects the planet, but I've never seen. Sometimes there's a power outage. Oh, you know what? They say it causes earthquakes too. You can predict earthquakes by checking out the solar activity. That's what they say. We got off on a weird tangent there. Let's go back to talking about 90s fashion.
Well, look at this wardrobe.
And then, so, you know, this was 1990. Things were really, really awkward. But by 93, I was wearing flannels. I'd gone full flannel.
Oh, yeah. I had like some big flannel shirts for sure. Then I
There was
started
a
rocking
bulldog
like.
hat.
Was it really?
Yes. There was a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
We still got this
Excellent.
weird lens, too. It's flipping me out because it's not every shot, but it's like half of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That you can see some flannel there starting to trend.
It was starting to seep in. Oh, damn.
Got him. Is that like a basketball pump? Oh, like a dodgeball pump?
It looks like it's awkward to walk when you're a doll.
Yeah, I know. He's really struggling.
Oh, let me check and see if we got any viewers. If they all bailed on us.
Getting beat with a meter stick. Do you guys call them yardsticks?
Yeah.
We call them meter sticks.
I've never heard that.
Even though I think it's two different measurements, I don't know how we have the exact same stick that's called two different measurements. Because I think a meter is like longer than a yard. I think it's like 2.5 yards.
Oh, I don't.
Or is it yard 2.5 meters? Now I don't even know.
Ooh, 11 whole people are watching. I forgot to post about my thing that I'm doing.
Oh no, they're pretty close. A yard is really close to a meter. So it's basically you have slightly larger sticks than us in Canada. 10% larger.
So what? We're halfway through this. I'm gonna only just now post it on Facebook.
Nailed it.
That is the Death Twitch way. Death Twitch way.
Man, sometimes like when that guy he's holding that kid at the top of the stairs, I feel like he's just gonna toss him down. Like I'm sick of my fucking life, dude.
He comes off like some of the scenes he could be the stepfather.
Yes. Look
That
at
could
this
have been a
weird ass
stepfather
picture.
scene.
It's just like a woman holding like the silhouette of a woman holding a baby like out really awkwardly, like looking at it like, who the fuck are you? This is just, and now that's like a woman just sitting by herself. So the baby's obviously gone. Like, what happened? That like, I think that wall like tells like a very vicious story.
I'm sure that was intentional too. Directors are like that, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Because there's the ones that know how to like work with symbolism and tell a whole nother story on another level in their movie, and then there's the ones that are just like, and then this symbolizes the fact that it's a fisheye lens. Get it?
Don't you get it, dummies?
She shows up at the end of the new Cult of Chucky, so she's going to be in the next Chucky movie. Like 50 years old.
That's okay. Ride it out as long as you can. You know, just like the convention circuits.
I just hope she shows up with her beret and her chain. That's all.
I think she did wear. Did she wear a beret? I saw her at a convention recently, and I feel like she looked almost the damn same. I think she probably rocks that beret everywhere she goes.
Well, I would.
Right. We're praising that as part of this movie. We're like, that's a dope ass look. So why not? She was ahead of the curve.
She looked like she was about to bust out a rhyme at any minute. It was going to be pretty bomb.
Check it. I want to hear her rap.
Yeah,
and Alex Vincent need to do a cipher. Smoke a joint and just cipher battle in the parking lot of convention.
Rulers of Rock. Or something.
Oh, shit. See, that was kind of cool. Because they gave you the perspective of Andy, and you thought that it was Chucky looking for a weapon, but it was actually Andy looking for the weapon. I think that was pretty neat.
They did something.
And look at the X marks the spot from the window on the ground. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How deep is this fucking movie? The more you drink, the more deep it is.
It was a little heavy-handed, huh?
But they still got that racist like jockey guy over there.
Oh, sure. It was 1990. Racism was still pretty accepted.
Right. You're not wrong.
I think it was encouraged, really.
That's might be accurate. I don't really remember.
It's something I miss about the past.
What? Hard racism?
To be racist. I miss it. Damn it.
Uh-oh. He's joking, right, guys?
Hey, at least I don't like threaten to tie dogs to trees.
Never
That's just
once.
sick.
Never once.
This is wrong. I may be racist and sexist, but damn it, I don't abuse animals.
You're the type that would recycle a damn doll. What is all this boxing? Like, as if that guy upstairs is hardcore training for a boxing match down here. But although that woman upstairs also collects everything from a goddamn garage sale, so it makes sense that she has all this weird fucking statues and shit.
Yeah, they did get a lot of weird props for this scene. Like, what is that supposed to be?
That's I think that's like the front end of a pirate ship, isn't it?
No.
No, I think it's probably one of those old yarn things. Like, I remember, because she's a sewer, right? So it's probably one of like those old things that you put on yarn, and like it's an old sewing wheel.
How do you know that?
I used to watch medieval shows, and they would always have those. You remember, like I could just picture, I don't know if it was in Dragon's Lair, like the game or something, but something in a dragon. or in a castle with a dragon, and there's like I can just picture a woman with like this big ass wheel, and she's cranking it with her foot and like knitting or sewing or something.
I
It like it like
yeah,
feeds wool is what it does. Anyway, she's got one of those. How
well,
about this turkey baster
she
or
should be
turkey
like
gunner?
knitting some bomb parachute pants. Make them magenta.
Can we just dunk Chucky into a vat of purple dye? Make him look cooler, fresher, ready to
Fresher.
join the cipher circle with
I wish
Alex.
he was wearing like a black leather beret and gold chain.
This guy, he's like,
It should
I
have
have
been
a
like a rap song at the end of this.
kind of like in Leprechaun goes, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh gosh, I never watched that movie.
Are you serious?
I've only seen the first two Leprechauns, and that was recently.
Lep in the Hood, he's up to no good. Lep in the Hood, he's up to no good. He does a rap song. He has girls that dance with him in yellow in gold bikinis.
But
It's
here's the
awesome.
thing, though. Like, that's why I didn't watch the movie. It wasn't a selling point for me.
Yo, this guy straight up just came down. He's like, oh, I forgot I needed to do my midnight boxing match. It's not a knife.
See, he knows he's got a psycho kid. Even though the kid's right, there is a killer doll. He's still fucked up from what happened to him, and he knows it. He's like, this kid ain't right. Put the knife down, kid. Let me teach you some boxing lessons.
Yeah.
Dude, Chucky couldn't hold on to that thing. I call shenanigans.
Anything. Has it? That was like the most chill line that Chucky's ever delivered. How's it hanging, Phil? Well, you're dead.
Other times he would just play as a doll, and this time he decided he had to kill this guy. Who he wasn't after, really. He just showed up, so he's like, I'm going to kill him now.
Why not? Yeah, there were other better times for him to be killed.
The script called for it, I guess.
Oh, we're 3/4 through the movie and still have a bunch of people to die? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he better show up and die. I like this part where she turns on him now. She's like, fuck you, little kid.
Did you murder? Like, I hope they would have some kind of investigation. There's no way a child would be behind the stairs and then in front of the stairs 1 second later. First and foremost, I can tell you right here and now, if I was at the top of the stairs and I see a kid, I know that he couldn't have possibly been behind the stairs. Looks like a child casket. Oh no, it's just a suitcase.
Oh, it did. Wouldn't it have been a weird twist if they cut from like that scene to like him in court being like tried as an adult, and then suddenly they jump to him like his execution.
Like, oh, you murdered the guy. You're dead now. And Chucky is now just an old man. Well, he doesn't. Wait, I guess. Does he? Does he mature at all?
I would have. I guess if you don't have a body, you don't age.
But like, I've heard the thing like, oh, I'm an old soul stuck in like a young body. Is that how he is? He's just like a really old soul by now. Like, right? He was probably like 40 something when he was inside, when he was put in Chucky. By Cult of Chucky, he's just like a 60-year-old man.
We should email Don Mancini. See what he has to say.
Yeah, he's just like, nah, he's like 80. He's straight up just in his mind, he'd rather be eating fucking yogurts and just watching some TV, watching his stories, you know?
Look at her now? Like she just keeps looking more plain and homely. She was so
I like her
badass
now.
first.
I think that hair is cooler.
Her hair's all right, but her wardrobe just got like she's turning into the cat lady.
Well, that's what happens when your mom's a fucking psycho and makes all your clothes. That's probably what she's doing. Next scene, she's going to be in that polka dot dress that she didn't even sew anything to. You're just like, oh, here, have this fabric. Wrap yourself in this.
All right, I'm gonna finish off Pabst and then open another. We need to get this Drunkentary drunker. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get more racist as we go along.
Let's not. Can we not?
Have you forgotten what it's like to do a Drunkentary with me?
Perhaps I have.
You forgot that I was all those isms.
Potentially.
You're like, man, I really remember you differently. I blocked out all the racism
Back in the day.
If I had a cigarette in my mouth and I said something racist, would it be okay? Because I'm cool, right? With a cigarette.
See, that's what not cool people say.
Shit.
You wouldn't understand. Pulls out a cigarette.
You're right. Okay, I won't be offensive because everyone's so fucking sensitive and triggered. I won't be offensive.
Oh my god. Exposed.
Oh, I know. Now the jig is up. She's like, it was Chucky.
It was another doll all along.
His
literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands in the world. Who gives a shit?
Oh, dolly in. That was effective.
Mm-hmm. I now know the emotion. She's weirded out by something. She's onto it. She's figured it out. She's honed in.
Uh-oh.
He's going for the trash can. Just newspaper, because in the 90s we didn't recycle. Although we only recycled dolls, apparently. Not newspapers.
We recycled our My Buddy dolls.
But newspapers, nah. Burn them.
Fuck newspapers.
Where's the turkey cutter? Like, why is she banging that like as if something was missing from there? Or is that her thinking? Stop, hit the counter, think.
I think she was thinking.
Yes, the domino set. Oh no, it's a knife.
What? Why was there a knife in there?
Maybe that's a sewing knife. Maybe sewing's a lot more dangerous and gangster than we thought. Like, you come by my fucking spool, I'll gut you. Come get my yarn, bitch.
Damn, that's a pretty cool looking little dagger.
Look, there's some more wool. Man, it's all about sewing in this movie.
It really is.
Or whatever. I don't like. Do you use yarn for sewing? There's probably a bunch of like people who are really into knitting that are fucking freaking out. Like, don't you understand sewing and knitting? I don't know. They make clothes.
Don't.
She's walking around looking like a pirate. An old lady pirate. Only because the knife looks like a pirate knife or dagger.
It looks pretty gangsta, that knife.
Yeah,
the lone black guy says racist jokes are the best, and I'm not making that up.
Then you win this round, Eric.
I'm so glad I checked the comments.
Just for validation, get the fuck out.
Yeah. Thanks for encouraging my problems.
Joanne. It's sad that she wasn't even killed by knitting needles.
It's sad that we didn't get to see it.
Oh, yeah.
His little legs.
Flapping around.
Why was he doing that? I like how he has to resort to biting people and shit.
This is articulation. If they would just make better dolls, he'd have a better, easier time.
Yeah, they should make Kung Fu Chucky. Where's that at? Oh,
that would be good. Like, have like a little... I Actually, no, he couldn't have anything. Like I was gonna say, like some kind of robe on, but if he just had like a belt, like a black belt, or wrapped around his overalls, I think that would be him. And maybe he comes with a piece of plywood that he can karate chop or something.
Yes.
He's got the G.I. Joe action. Easy mode.
It would be pretty
Swiped
fun
her.
to see.
He
Chucky
swept
do
the
some
leg.
kung fu.
Speaking of kung
Yeah, he
fu,
did. He did sweep the legs.
he is the Karate Kid himself.
He's gonna crane kick her next.
Chinese Chucky versus Russian Chucky. I would watch that. Wouldn't you? You know damn well. You'd see like a Chucky that's kind of like beefier, and he'd have one of those weird furry hats. Only from like whatever wrestling has taught me about Russia. Pull over. I'll be a doll. You're the one that's in trouble.
Shit. Are there police in Chicago?
I don't think so. There's so much crime.
All they have is those black buildings where people disappear into.
What are those? Ma'am? Hilarious.
Why does he love them?
I don't know. He's fucking weird. Although, like back in the day, remember when Furbies became a thing?
Yes.
So my dad with the car phone was also a huge fan of Furbies.
No. Why am I not surprised?
I don't know. He would have them on his desk and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, Dad? Like, why? So maybe this guy's like that. Like, I love to be in with the youth, you know? I just want to relate.
Sure.
There's a pop culture thing. I need to be on the wagon so I feel young again.
I feel like he's probably got a good guy in his squad car.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's his partner. The thing with the Furby is it was advertised that it was supposed to learn language.
Right. It's like Alexa.
But it didn't, right?
I mean, stop listening.
Yeah. No, Furby didn't ever learn shit, though.
No, it didn't. I don't think. I mean, it learned as much as a Tamagotchi did. You put in commands, it'll use them. It doesn't self-learn.
We got fucked over by the Furby company. I could just release any old thing and be like, yeah, it learns. There you go.
There.
$100.
I'll take two. So I can put it on my desk.
You know what?
Keep one in the car in case some weird police officer pulls me over, and I could say, "Do you relate to this?"
Do you remember the shirts from like the early '90s that would change color?
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
If, like you feel like you stuck your hand on it, or they got wet or something.
Yeah, I never owned one, but I did touch a lot of people that owned them.
I'm pretty sure
there was like a body glove one or like a something Ocean. I forget that other brand.
I wonder. I feel like I must have been wearing something toxic for sure, because it's not around. And sure, you can say it was just a trend, but in my mind, I'm thinking at some point
removed them because there was a problem.
It causes cancer or something. So they just stopped making it.
Is that why my palms are tie-dyed? From slapping all these chests. I was chopping them like WWF all the time. Damn. I knew.
Oh, I just spilled Pabst on myself.
Not a bad thing.
It's okay. I wasn't going anywhere.
Just wring out the shirt after the stream.
Watch it change its color.
I'm wearing one. Children of Bottom. Still rocking it.
The same one from 1990.
Like, oh, I was gonna say, why is she doing this to him? She knows the trauma that he's been through.
Because this little tiny frail doll has a knife, and what are you gonna do?
One swift backhand would wreck him. It would send him half across the room.
For real.
He has no lower body. He's a doll. Come on.
This lady
up,
looks like she's Helena Bonham Carter's mother. Oh, it was time to kill somebody again.
Rip.
Not Kyle.
Yeah. Always got to go with the photocopier stuff. If it's not photocopying like a butt in a movie, it was photocopying a face in a movie. Move it, pal.
Don't be careful. You're treading on Brad's territory there. You might get.
Look at this gimp ass looking fire truck.
Yeah, that is from
the
1800s.
There was like that was the Chucky version. That was like the one that would come with the Charles Lee Ray action figure.
That's fire truck. Yeah, those were old school. That was 1904 style.
Where it's like a hand crank siren. Wow, wow.
And they just throw buckets of water.
Wait, and what reckless newspaper company just stacks their newspapers like that in the back of a newspaper truck and leaves the door open?
And who's got that much light in the back of their truck? Come on.
Oh, I thought she was just like, well, I'm done with this life. See you later. Out the window I go.
She's got that something about Mary going on with her hair.
What, are you suggesting that there's nut in her hair?
Yes. I'm suggesting that she was ahead of her time.
She does though. She does though.
She's got that brand called Nutter Butter. You just style it up.
There's something about Elise. I don't know what's her name in this. I have no idea.
Kyle, I think.
Oh yeah, Kyle.
Something about Kyle.
Something about Kyle.
There's something in Kyle's hair. See, when she was wearing the beret, you wouldn't have noticed.
Right, maybe that's why she wears so many like things in her hair, like a ribbon, a beret, all to avoid people making fun of her fucking little hair, her little wisp. I think it's better.
I'd still be down with her
Beret.
rocking the Run DMC look the whole way through.
The whole way through.
And I still want
the whole way through what, Eric?
The movie.
Oh, I thought it was a sex thing.
Oh, dude, nothing gets me going more.
And a beret and a gold chain and a black turtleneck.
Woo. Like, I'll be back. Gotta go take care of business. The whole way through.
I totally thought you meant like banging her, not the.
So, clothes on for sure.
Does that guy work for Scranton? That's where Stanley started. He was a delivery guy for papers, and then he became one of the top guys at the paper factory at Dunder Mifflin.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
The Office.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
From that angle, he looks the same as like Stanley.
Well, I'm sure our viewers got the joke. Went over my head. Did you guys get that?
Oh, is she going to do the Indiana Jones? If she had the beret, she could do the Indiana Jones right here. Leave the beret on the other side. Grab it.
Yeah, see all these missed opportunities.
Or even a gold chain. If she grabbed a gold chain, how gangster would that be? If she grabbed the key that she was going to use to unlock a security box and
Oh,
to grab an axe or cut one of these guys up, like, or to turn the machine on because her dad was part of
both.
the factory. Like, there's so many little things that they could have added to just like make this a whole thing.
Well, there shouldn't have been a massive skeleton key in the first place if it wasn't going to be used to unlock something. For Christ's sake,
Maybe
Damn that's
right.
a deleted scene.
It unlocks what?
Oh, like her suitcase that she was packing earlier.
Right. Just like this massive key. I'm sorry, Chucky, but when you say that, it's hard to take you serious when there's literally hundreds or thousands of good guys behind you when you say no more Mr. Good Guy. Oh yeah, there's tons of good guys. Tons of them. Look at that screen replacement though. Or the sky replacement, sorry.
I gotta say though, like the climate, this part, I like this movie. We've been making fun of it, but the climax of it taking place in the factory is really cool.
Yes, I agree. It was super memorable. Especially like growing up, I was like, oh man. What would we call it? We'd always say like, oh, Chucky became a mask. Like that's all we would say. Like, did you see the one where Chucky was a mask? Even though it's not like accurate, but like that's how people would like say it if they didn't watch it. I think.
In Canada.
In Canada.
Right.
It's wild up here.
I heard Chucky became a mask up there.
I am. Mate, yo, why don't they do that? That could be a different thing. I'm still a doll. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Well, I don't personally. I've never been in your situation, but I can kind of understand the upset.
Empathize.
A little bit.
You know what? We can't empathize. It's like when you tried dieting and working out for a week, and then you get on the weight thing, and you're still fat, and you're just like,
yeah, exactly what Chucky does here. Fucking losing his mind. Like, what the fuck? I tried so hard.
I did all that for nothing.
The steps that I've gone through to achieve this new body, it's literally the same exact thing. I wanted a new body.
We should try voodoo to lose weight.
Right? Just transfer ourselves into like hunky dudes. We'll go to fucking
better looking.
We'll just go to Venice Beach with a fucking. We just need to bring some skipping ropes and a knife, and we can just get some hunky dudes and transfer our bodies into them.
Yeah, and then continue to not take care of yourself. So then, when that body starts to get lumpy, you just transfer again.
Right, like
so you don't have to work out.
After 3,000 PBRs, we'll swap bodies.
Man,
this seems like a legit.
There's a lot of dolls just stacked up there.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're carrying about one too much. Stay right behind me. I'm gonna merchandise. I'm gonna crawl up here. Oh, hello. Oh, and also when you said merchandise, I totally thought you were talking about her ass.
Everything I say, you're like, he's either being sexist or racist.
Yep. By the way,
I think that's coming from your mind,
up there than the hardest way up there. Do you see this? Like, this is rollers, like the hardest thing to climb up, I imagine.
That's like some fair trick. Like, climb up the rollers and you'll win a stuffed animal.
You'll win a Chucky doll.
You'll get a Chucky doll.
Enjoy, kid. Enjoy.
Chucky's getting up there pretty well.
He has less weight. He can do it easier. It's like
rollers are no problem for him, man.
Ultimate doll warrior or American doll warrior for him. It's just like, okay, you can run up the cage. You can run up this real quick.
I wouldn't make it up those.
I would watch an American doll warrior for sure.
There's a bunch
We'll
of
have like
Chuckies.
the Five Nights at Freddy's guys. We'll have Chucky. We'll have a bunch of gremlins, at least 27 of them. Ghoulies. And they
At
just have
least
to run that.
27
They have to run like some obstacle course. That would be fucking sick.
ghoulies.
And just make like all of the obstacles slightly out of their reach so the commentators can make fun of them. And then it's just like Ultimate Beastmaster, but like just yelling at these dolls. Ew, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird that there's gore involved with like a doll. Which I get he's turning human or something. Some kind of voodoo
Is he
thing.
though? I know that like he kind of they don't like establish that well.
Supposedly he's going to be a human doll, I guess. Are we really that shocked that some of the plot details of the Killer Doll movie aren't adding up?
Right.
It started out with them refurbishing something that didn't need to be, so right from the very get-go.
Just get another knife, you idiot.
Can I say the Good Guy Factory reminds me a little bit of like the Killer Clowns spaceship.
Yeah. Just with like all the bright colors and weird vibrant things, right?
Yep. Do it,
There's
Andy.
pumps and drills and all types of doohickeys moving. So that was his plan all along. I'm going to make a knife hand. And somebody taped it up for me, but not me. But who, Chucky? Who, Charles?
He accidentally masturbates with his knife
I
because he had a bottle of Jack in the other hand and he forgot.
wish he just stopped what he was doing. His pursuit of switching souls is like, you know what I would do when my hand was cut off? Temporarily transfer myself into a new doll.
Right. He can do that.
He's never done it. Why not? Well, spoiler, he has done it now. It only took him fucking 35 years. Or however long.
What is going on here? So the dolls go.
That's the steam room.
The steam room. Oh, shit.
Oh, he almost got plasticized, rubberized. I think there's like plastic skeletons that get rubber applied to them.
Okay.
I don't know. Or is it just the head that's rubber?
I don't understand. I don't think
that guy gets it. Oh no, it is. It is because there's no
logistics
seams anymore. There's no seams between the body parts, so they go in there and they get latexed up.
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll buy it.
You better. There's a lot of other things you bought that you shouldn't buy.
Oh, he's about to get eyes, right? And he's got glasses.
Yeah. This might have been one of those scenes that traumatized me as a child, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, let's see how it holds up. Am I prepared to be spooked?
Let's see. It's going to be as goofy as I remember it. Oh, there we go. That's where he loses his glasses.
Terrifying. I am terrified right now. Look at this machine. That machine straight up threads hair into his head.
Not all the hair. All right. You know what? Yes. We're making fun of the movie. We still like it. I like it. I don't know. I can't speak for you, I guess. Horror Addicts is up in the house.
I don't mind it. What up? What up?
Oh, hi, Horror Addicts. How's your sex life?
There we go. That's the good Chucky we want to see. We got like.
It looks like the thing.
Right?
Uh-oh. See, if he didn't laugh, he could have got him. He got too happy about.
He's
the
got
fact that
this
he was about to kill.
nervous tick that is
I
just
guess
like
so.
going.
Yeah. He spent all that time just sitting around quietly, patiently being a doll
And
and
now he
not
has
giving
hairy
himself
nuts.
away. So this is good because you think this is the end, right? You think this is the climax and Chucky's defeated.
Oh yeah, give it to him. Oh, you can operate the machine now. Great.
I just imagine Brad Dourif in a sound booth screaming,
Just wildly, yeah, for hours.
just moaning and yelling and screaming.
And laughing. Imagine
And
walking, imagine being just like the courier or something to that office and you're walking by and you're dropping some paper off and you're just hearing these screeches and yells from the office like, oh, what the fuck is happening in here?
like, not my problem.
Enjoy your Chicago Sun-Times and duck out.
I didn't hear nothing.
It's blood. What do you think it is? Now you can both go have a cigarette.
They share one.
Here, that's what it felt like. She's gonna wipe the blood off his cheek. Here, have a cigarette, pal. You deserve it.
Yeah, after that. Did you see that dummy?
Oh, just swinging?
The way he fell. Oh no, Chucky's still alive. For Christ's sake. What does it take? It's just the smallest little doll.
Step on him.
I guess no one ever thought of that, right?
Right? Like, you could just kick him right now. Even a kid could do it.
They just never thought to like step on him or kick him.
I feel
I
like,
like how they utilize all the parts of the factory as a weapon.
right, like, I also don't think that this kid just knows every single thing that happens in this factory. Like, oh, this is the lever that does this. This is the button that does that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and why is that there? Like, why would you want just that to spill out all over?
That's the release valve for all the excess
Oh, right.
latex that's sprayed.
Okay. I'm
Although
back on board now.
You would think whoever designed this would make sure that that flowed back into the sprayers so that they can continuously spray, and anything left over would be sprayed onto the next one. Like, some bullshit design, dude. But I
Now
mean,
they gotta refurbish this doll.
yeah, right? Start scraping, pal. You got 5 inches of fucking thick latex you got to scrape through. You know who would be good with this? Ted Raimi. Bring him in. He started a business in latex. Let's end it in latex.
Come on, Chucky. You can't be that desperate. Just give up.
He's like, get me out of this fucking body.
You're right. He should transfer to he could infinitely transfer in this factory. There's thousands of dolls.
I know. It literally takes him like decades to realize that. I love that he looked like both a Garbage Pail Kid,
right,
and dude from
Big
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, I knew it.
At the same time, I wonder if that was like a cult. Wait, what time? When did that come out?
Oh, that was a few years before this.
So like it could have been a cult. Well, I don't know why you would call back a movie that came out a couple of years before, but I don't know, similar concept, I guess.
Oh, speaking of the Garbage Pail Kids movie is the worst thing ever made.
Yep.
Eventually, they're gonna put it out on Blu-ray.
I know there's like a documentary that came out on Blu-ray for it. I remember loving the cards.
Fuck yeah. I liked the cards. I got the humor, but that movie was a goddamn nightmare.
We should watch it one day together.
Oh god.
It would be so cringy, dude.
Do you think that we would make it through the whole movie? Because I have a feeling
I wouldn't stop watching a movie. Except for Thanksgiving 3. I stopped watching that movie.
No, other
But
people are like that. And I'm like, man, if something's really bad, if it's a waste of my time, I will stop watching a movie.
I've only watched like a couple movies that I've stopped and I was like, okay, I get it. Like, I just don't want to watch this anymore. But
That's how I would feel about Garbage Pail Kids, the movie.
Not if we were doing a commentary, you'd feel like invested. It's like it took an hour to set up stream. You're gonna want to just okay. Well, this is what
I would do is quietly stop it over here,
and
like,
you're just responding. And did you just do that with Child's Play 2?
Totally.
We know his secrets now.
In fact, I was watching porn this whole time.
Knew it. You should be watching the Wizard of Oz porn parody.
I was watching the Run DMC porn parody because that leather beret and the gold chain gets standing straight up.
All those sucking MCs. That's suck it. Oh, never mind.
Suck it in. Oh, I get you.
The sucking
MCs. we need to get on top of this porn parody that's about 30 years too late. Foley by Taj.
Oh, what?
Taj. Just 3-letter, 1-name person that did
one guy. Taj did it all.
Did the Foley.
Such an underrated art that nobody even knows exists.
Yeah, well, that's the point of it.
I know, and that sucks, doesn't it?
Hey,
just like robotic consultant. Who's that? What? I'm the robotic consultant. Child's Play 2. You don't recognize me? That's like a guest at a local convention here. We have a Child's Play 2 guest. It's the robotic consultant.
What were they supposed to consult the robotics in the factory?
Yeah, they might be just like there to make sure things work.
Or just the fact that in real life, the doll was an animatronic. So they had to have a robot expert on hand.
I don't know.
Does he start bugging out?
Like, no, because that would be like the guy who makes the puppets, right?
You would think so. You would think. How much of a movie is Foley? Let me ask you. How much of a movie is Foley?
Almost every single sound effect.
Right. So if you shoot a scene, let's give a percentage. What do you say? 90% is all redone in Foley? 90? Something like that?
Okay. Well, like aside from dialogue, yes.
Huh?
Aside from dialogue, I would say probably more than that. I would say 95, potentially close to 100%. Maybe you'll pick up something.
Yeah.
I would say like way closer to 100%.
Right. Cool. I always wanted to talk to somebody about that because I watch movies weird. And so I am actually like going, they had to like redo all those sounds that he turned the doorknob and closed the door and that was redone.
Yeah, like every single time. And like the amount of effort that they put into doing that, like you have to set up a situation where the sounds would make sense without like adding your own reverb and stuff. Like I'm sure they do some post-processing, but I would imagine that a lot of them do it in similar environments to get the right sounds. So that's the most complicated stuff. And so I've seen behind the scenes where like a guy would have like some cowboy boot with spurs on,
yes,
and then have like a little sand like a
Yeah,
little bucket
yeah.
of sand, and then he just like puts the thing in there. It's like this guy's going out, and that's for just one walking scene, you know. Well, potentially in that movie, whatever movie
Imagine
it would have
doing a
been.
whole movie, and that's when you can tell a difference between an amateur production and somebody that knows what they're doing. Because either like if it's really super amateur, they don't even bother with Foley.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that do and they're still amateur, it doesn't sit right. It's too forefront or something usually.
Yeah, like just the audio mixing. It's like, okay, you did all the things, but you like whoever is doing the editing just didn't do it right. I know. I know. It
I
drives me fucking crazy.
yeah. And when you watch like an Italian horror, because they didn't use like they didn't record any sound, everything like that's 100%
Oh yeah.
for real.
It's like, hey, everything's ADR. I'm
Oh,
okay with that. So, thoughts in general on Child's Play 2?
um, it requires a lot of suspension of disbelief right off the bat and all the way through the movie, but it is a killer doll thing, so you're just gonna go with that.
Right. Your suspension is you're gonna reserve, you know, I don't like reality set aside. Let's just go. It's a killer
I
doll.
still prefer Child's Play 1 because I like the tone of it and it takes the subject matter more seriously, tries
Yep.
to some kind of realism. Part 2 has got what I call sequelitis, where they're like, we got to up the kill count, we've got to up the effects, we got to make that shine over story or anything else. It's
But they didn't.
enjoyable and totally entertaining. I give Child's Play 2 that much.
True, true. I think that is accurate. I think they could have had more kills because
More?
the ones that we saw weren't great. Like there's like 2 kills that are decent. Right? Like the eye thing is cool.
Okay.
The teacher is whatever. The guy falling down the stairs is whatever.
Well, I mean, I was just giving him credit for having
For
the kills
having
in
kills
there,
in
for
general.
just even having them, because at that point they realized they were making a slasher movie and they had to have them. And I still give them even a little bit of credit for trying to like using the pump thing on the teacher, and then you had the Xerox stuff with that one person.
Yeah, it's a very
Started out
complicated.
with
There's like a
a
lot of
double
steps.
electrocution. It's there. Maybe they should do a remake of Child's Play 2. Why not? Everything's open for remakes now.
Let's do it. Me and you.
Me and you. It'll be set in the mall.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. But we'll hire whatever Foley artist did this one.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced? Or am I just saying it? Am I saying it wrong?
I say Foley. I said Foley just now. Like
Yeah,
an
you
idiot.
did. And I was like, oh shit, I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Your entire life. It's definitely Foley effects.
Because folly is a different thing.
I also say Foley, though, I think.
Let's see if there's any comments, and then we'll wrap her up. And you can go do your whatever you guys.
Oh yeah, I have stream as well. Ooh.
What are you doing?
I play video games every night.
Oh, you're on video games. Okay. How come I
Yeah.
never get any kind of notification for that? Why do I never get notified?
I don't do it on YouTube. I do it on Twitch.
I know, but I went. All right. I'll go
because I have a personal account. So I had a Bloodbath account that I was streaming for like a year, just doing editing. But now I play video games, so I made a different account. Killsbury_TV on Twitch. Check it out. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot 2 right now. I don't play horror games. I straight up play like retro platformers and shooting games.
I don't see any comments here. Punt him.
That's probably accurate. We haven't been talking to anybody, so why would they talk to us?
So they all stopped for yeah, they're like, they're not paying attention to us. Now's your time to shine. Anyway, okay, so what are your final thoughts? I guess
My final thoughts. I thought it wasn't terribly good, to be honest. I think that it might be one of my least favorite in the franchise. I like it. I like the end scenes, but like the rest of it is just like ridiculous. The Foster family didn't seem realistic. Like nothing seemed like natural. There's like a lot of things that just don't make any sense. Like you said, like even from the beginning, the fact that like Chucky didn't transfer his body into other dolls when he had them, he buried one. For fuck's sakes, he had full access to that doll.
He could have been jumping between dolls, pulling some kind of cool shit.
Right? Like, there's so many different things that like I would nitpick. Like, it's fine. I'll watch it again.
I think it's entertaining. So many times. That's the word that
It is entertaining.
I'll say this much though, it is a big fan favorite. A lot of people like part 2 quite a bit.
I like number 3 more than this one.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
I like number 3. Okay. I would probably have a lot of the same arguments though as you though about stuff not adding up in part 3.
Oh, for sure. But I just think it's a little bit more enjoyable. Like I think just like the environment is more unique. I think this was a cool, unique environment. I think that's a good concept. I don't think it was used to the full extent, except for the last little bit, like the whole Foster thing. Like we didn't really start really getting into commentary until like 80 minutes into this movie because that's when things were cool, right? Like, I don't know. Right. I think it's a little lopsided as far as enjoyability is concerned.
So, okay, interesting. I'll have to keep you in mind when it comes time for Child's Play 3 Drunkentary.
Yeah, I'm going to say this exact same thing and be like, nah, Child's Play 2. It was the mask one, right?
The mask one. That was the good one. Come on, everybody knows there's something about Kyle.
Something about Kyle. Yes.
All right, so those are our thoughts, guys. We watched it. We got drunk, and we were fucking pretty stupid. I skirted the edges of some offensive material, but I restrained myself.
And focus.
And he didn't talk about dogs.
Still not.
If somehow you are not already subscribed to Bloodbath and Beyond, you're fucking missing out. You need to go do that.
Yeah.
Do it. And thanks for watching with us. For the people that watched live and talked some shit with us, and then everybody else that's going to watch after the fact, you know what? I guess you've already seen this. I can't tell you to get drunk and enjoy it.
Ideally, you've already done that.
Well, anyway, thank you. And we're going to go now because it's awkward. Bye.
Bye.